to that reaction recording.
Yeah.
Before, this is the off subject, before we cut the subject, like, legitimately, I was like, one day I'm gonna be a rapper, and like, when I was younger, and I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, and it was super sick, and when I got older, I was like, I don't want to be a rapper, because legitimately, I'm like, I don't really like rhyming or speaking to people, so I was like, there's no way I could be a rapper. like, I like the idea of rhyming, I do kind of like the idea of, like, rhyming to beats, but I don't like the idea, or like, what the burden of being a rapper brings. People battle you, and then they trash talk you, and you gotta trash talk them, and you gotta make songs about big booty women, and everything just looks bad. I don't know how many big booty women's I could make in one album where I'm like, I sold out, and I'm wearing like like platinum gold teeth and stuff. But yeah, hey everybody, welcome to Strangers In. My name is Napkin. And
My name is Solid.
Subject isn't about rapping, but it's close to the relation of talking. It is interweb versus real life interaction, which it's generally which one do you do more? Which one is more counter intuitive, or which one's worse than the other? I guess I can't really say which one's worse. Yeah.
Well, like we do every episode, the internet sucks. They called me gay once. I asked for help. They told me to get good, and I found out there's no women. So real life is better.
Real life's not better. I walked into a store and legitimately I was like, hey, where's the milk? I was like, piss off, you black person. I'm like, wow, this place is terrible. And like I walked off, and then like, because they knew the color of my skin, everyone just kept calling me black and threw rocks at me, and I had to go home. So the real life sucks. At least on the internet, they don't know who you are. At least everyone gets called bad names on the internet. So it doesn't matter what you are, you get called that name.
I hope one day like aliens find just all of our internet records, and they think like all the names we get called are just
right?
Nicknames for each other.
That'd be so stupid.
They're sitting there looking through YouTube comments, and they're trying to decipher
right?
what faggot means. Go
They're
kill yourself, you faggot. Oh, what does this mean? It must be something nice. It's on every single
YouTube video. Say hello. Right.
And it just picks up. People start saying that in the streets. Oh my God. They bring it back to
right?
their home planet. Kill yourself.
Oh, wow, thanks. Kill yourself back to you too. And they walk off. Or they come to the real world, they try to blend in with human society, and they're like, kill yourself, faggot? And everyone looks at them like, whoa! Whoa, man!
I'm gonna write a Tumblr post about this one.
Tumblr fans, how terrible a person you are. And then I'm gonna write that you hit me. You're like, I didn't do all that. Which brings us to our first subject. The first actual website I ever been on was Friendster. I don't know if anyone remembers Friendster. It existed. It's just fucking around.
No, this is my first time hearing about Friendster.
Before yeah,
my yearbook. A7. Oh, what did I use it for? I think I used it for. Was it? No, I think it was either Gaia or IMVU to get free credits.
It was IMVU. Or yeah. They both worked really well.
Yeah. But what are those sites like? It was IMVU. It was IMVU because they gave credits for making a My Yearbook, so I made one. and I only ever used it when I needed credits.
Like I saw them in my yearbooks, and like legitimately, it was coming around like MySpace was popular, and MySpace was just basically, hey guys, listen to my favorite song because you'll like it because you're my friend thing. Where like you'd have music videos of your favorite song, and everyone had like Linkin Park things, those weird backgrounds, and like one person in the back of his lab made like. I knew no one else who made backgrounds for MySpace except for one specific person. Like there was that one website was like MySpace backgrounds. Like I'm pretty sure I could look it up right now on my computer and type in MySpace backgrounds. I can find the same website I used like fucking 16 years. Like,
dude, what if they're still in business and like doing good today? Like...
That's a funny thing because it's like totally not true. They were doing terrible. Facebook got rid of backgrounds, which I'm kind of sad about because I like backgrounds. They're cool. But then again, I don't miss the music that came on randomly when you went on people's sites. You had to find it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was vomit inducing. And like, the thing.
Oh man, when you had your volume like on your speakers or whatever, it's late at night, you go on somebody's profile and you're just struggling, you can't find the music, it's like they have it like way down the page, they have an extra long page, so you turn off your speakers and still can't find it, so you just like leave their page
and like usually you're trying to be quiet because your parents are asleep and you're not supposed to be on the computer, so like you're like, I'm just gonna play a couple games while they're asleep, and Jack crawling in my seat, like, oh no!
And that was on everybody's profile.
And they're like, stop. And like you go, like you get in trouble, and like you come to the school the next day, your friend's like, hey, how's it going? You got me in trouble. Your stupid Linkin Park album that I love, that I'm wearing the Linkin Park t-shirt for. I hate you. Like, yeah, man. I mean, I remember when Facebook had like the celebrity, like Facebook, or not Facebook, sorry, MySpace had the celebrity things where it show like the MySpace page, and it's like Ludacris's MySpace page, and have all Ludacris's music. And I'm like, oh my god, it's actually Ludacris. I'm like, hey Ludacris, and he became my friend. I'm like, hey guys, I'm friends with Ludacris. Ludacris, the rapper. Everyone's like, oh my god. Like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yeah, I probably was friends with him. I mean, I know honestly that probably still was his MySpace. I hope it is. Like I hope like Ludacris like it's like, yeah, I was friends with this guy. Yeah, I was friends with this kid back when he had a MySpace.
Tell him that to your grandkids. I was once friends with Ludacris. I can prove it to you. Let me just remember my MySpace password.
Color back then. Oh shit. I'll never get in this. Grandma, this looks dumb. You're dumb. Who is Ludacris, Grandpa? Oh man, he was the greatest rapper ever. Was he like Justin Bieber? I hit him right there. I'm like, don't ever compare Ludacris to Justin Bieber. But Justin Bieber's so cool rapper now. And you like, I can look at a picture of Justin Bieber with like really long dreads and like fucking right.
70 years old.
He's a terrible rapper. Man, your rappers suck. I like Waka Flocka Flame. He was a classic rapper. And I hit him again. Say, well, that's stupid. God. I remember, I don't know if MySpace had an instant messenger. Did MySpace have a messenger?
I don't know. I never had a MySpace. Like, I got scared out of making a MySpace because, like, everyone said that they got viruses from it. Like, yeah, that was true. Because I wasn't sure if it was just like, you know, kids being kids, like, yeah, MySpace gave me a virus. Oh yeah, well MySpace gave me 2 viruses.
Man, kids those days.
So I was like, oh man, everyone's saying like MySpace gives viruses. I'm pretty sure viruses are bad. Let me
hey
not
guys,
do
what you guys
that.
talking about? MySpace viruses? Oh, okay, I'm gonna hang out with other people. See you guys later. Hey guys, friends, what are you guys talking about? Cyber English? This is better, but whatever. I remember I was talking about I'd never get a Facebook. I was like, Facebook's just MySpace. It's dumb. And then like, fucking 2 years later, bam, I have a Facebook. And this is still dumb. I posted like really stupid things. Like I was in the middle of like Facebook, Gaia, and like DeviantArt. It was like Newgrounds. Newgrounds was like my guilty pleasure that I did by myself. It was like Newgrounds was in the middle where like people went to 4chan. I went to Newgrounds. Then like it was like that. So people were talking about memes, and I talk about like flashes, code. Fucking I talk about Tom Flip and all the cool shit going on in Newgrounds. They're like, oh my god, Newgrounds is trash. I'm like, you're trash. Newgrounds is the greatest website ever. And you talk about how beat you up. And they're like, yo, well, yeah, right. I'm like 6 feet tall. And I'm super buff. And like as a child, I'm like, oh man, are you really 6 feet tall and super buff? Oh shit, I don't know if I messed up. Wait, I'm on the internet. I'm like, yeah, well, I have 7 guns in my house. And he's like, no you don't. I'm like, yeah I do. And like, no one would know that I didn't have 7 guns in my house. I really have like 1. Right?
Oh, those are the good old days.
You call someone something and they couldn't do anything about it. Except everyone was afraid of Anon. Like, growing up, you Anon, you're like, I don't want Anon to hack me, so I better stay away from Anon. And people be like, I'm part of Anon. And then like, you're like, no you're not. Yeah, we're part of Anon, a secret information. Look. We are everything and nowhere, or whatever the fucking slogan was.
Oh yeah, my uncle's girlfriend works for Gaia Online, and I'll tell you, and you're gonna get banned.
Gaia. I have an issue with such a fucking. I hate Gaia. I played it for so long. I deserve to say I hate it. Right?
I still love it. I still love it to this day. Like, I wish that, like,
yeah.
I just like the format of it. The format of it was like so organized and everything. Like, you customize your profile, all that. But like, I haven't been on it in forever.
Are trash. Like, disgusting trash. And I hope that someone on Gaia listens to this podcast and is like, oh man. But, because I used to play Gaia a lot. I was playing with Gaia, like first was coming out, and like you, like legitimately, you would get all the cool shit. Like, you would have to pay for all the cool stuff, but like you could marketplace other stuff, and sometimes like you would randomly get like bags of trash. Like, they give you trash as like a dad's treasure. Like, here's your trash.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks. I'm glad this is what you think of me, guy. Trash. I hated it. Everyone on Gaia put those stupid fucking emo faces. And like, when I look at my Gaia comments, I'm like, I feel sick sometimes. I'm like, geez, was I that fucking terrible? Like, I don't know what you call it. Like, just sane or stupid or just immature? I don't know. Oh my god.
I don't know. Maybe I had a better experience because like I was like heavy into role playing back in the day. So like all of my friends were like super literate and stuff.
Oh man.
You know, like we'd have a conversation and it's like each part of the conversation is like 5 paragraphs long.
I walked into Solid's profile as I sat down looking at all the things that Solid had. I took a drink of water, slowly recollecting my thoughts. I then began to speak and stopped, pondering what I would say. I would just do the simplest thing I could and say, hello. And the next person comes up. He's like, I walked in to see the guy who said hello. I turned to him.
But I had a few like, you know, really seen scene and emo kids. And then I remember one, and I'll probably never forget this chick. Right? I don't know who she was, where she was from. I didn't know anything about her, but she could not spell for crap. Like, I'm not sure if she had severe dyslexia, if she was foreign and did not speak English, or if she was just incredibly illiterate. I didn't. Like, I could not tell. Like, usually, like, because I have a friend now with dyslexia, like, you can tell when he spells things wrong or whatever, you know? But this person, like, it was beyond broken English. Like, sometimes the sentences weren't even, like, somewhat formed properly. And so I kept this person on my friends list, and she'd message me often, and I don't know why I kept her around, but it helped me be able to understand people better. like by me keeping her around, like, it translated into a real life skill. So, like, when someone like Jamaican would come up with like a really thick accent and would start talking, like, everyone around would be like, "Wait, what is he saying?" I'd be like, "Don't even fret, I got this."
See, he needs to know where the bathroom is. No, there are no white women around. No. No. No, yes, Obama is still president. No, I don't know what Hillary's doing. Trump is building a wall around Mexico, not Jamaica. I completely understand what you're talking about. Like, on Gaia, you were. I don't know how to explain Gaia. Like, Gaia had like the weirdest group of people. Like, there would be the role players, which I love role playing. I actually, when I first started role playing, I was role playing on DeviantArt, but I'll get to that later. But when I started role playing, it was on Gaia was fun to role play as. But then there are people who are like I've said in the previous chats, where they're like, "Hey, I'm just looking for a boyfriend, like an internet boyfriend." And I'm like, "What is that?" I'm like, "What is an internet boyfriend?" That's why I learned that term. Because it's like, when you're like, what? I think I was like 12, 14 on Gaia. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, you gotta get like an internet date." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you're my boyfriend." Oh my god. And I'm like, my character's just sitting there, my little avatar has like a gas mask or a ninja furry fox wolf thing. Because that's what Gaia is almost like the subreddit of like, IMVU.
That's exactly how I'm going to explain Gaia from now. The subreddit of IMVU. That explains it perfectly.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. It's like, it's just that. You just come in and it's like, alright, everyone has a tail, everyone's either like really gangsta with their cool cars and stuff, or everyone's super anime weeaboo, Okiki Deska, Sugoi profiles. I can't think of another like Japanese stupid word. Kawaii, there we go. But yeah, like, I had this one girl who's on, guy, it's hard to say. I had this one girl on my profile who legitimately, looking at her profile picture would give you cancer. It was so, like, you would go blind because it was so bright. It had so many colors flashing. You would, like, I don't.
I hated those.
Oh my god.
And they were so laggy.
Like,
so
again,
laggy.
like, bro, I mean, you wouldn't need to buy a graphics card just to run that in a better processor so I can say hi to her. I'd be like, oh, sorry, I got a new computer. Hey, what's up? I wanted to ask you, wanted to hang out, but, like, it's been, like, 4 weeks. I had to buy a new computer. My other one broke down when I tried loading this the first time. I think that going on the site gives me viruses. your profile only. Because, like, their profile has the music of the anime music playing, but, like, because it's loading so slow, the anime music comes first, then the profile loads, and I can't get out now. I'm already 2 feet in the door, the music's blasting me, I'm like, I can't do anything. I can't stop the music. I shouldn't have came here. Like, it's all bad. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just the worst feeling ever. God. Yo. What? Yeah. It's just bad. Like, you'd get it, and it was just all gross and terrible. Like, the music would be like an anime opening that's super loud, where it's like, no, and you're like, oh god, oh no, please stop, please. I was listening to music really loud, and now this music's playing, it's mixing with other music, and I'm gonna vomit. Like, that's how it was. I know you've seen those profiles like that. And like, something that guy did, which you know well, is that guy made it so where you could, if you were friends with someone, you could post them onto your profile and like have their avatar there, and like there'd be a little story going on with like people's profiles where it'd be like, hi, like, oh my goodness, I hate you, XD. Oh my god, I love you so much, XD. Oh my god, you're the worst, XD. You got tiddly thing, XD. I'm like, oh. Back when I was younger. Go ahead.
See, the worst part is like when you're going through your friends list and there's someone who you talk to every now and then, but you're not really close friends, and you go through their profile and you're like one of the 16 people on there. And it's like, I don't talk to this person very often, but I love their profile. I'm pretty sure, that's definitely me.
Like, oh god, you feel so bad. You're like, oh, or they have it like, this is my favorite person to talk to, and it's you, and you're like, I never talked to you. Oh, wow. Or they have like their profile like the black and white picture where like the emo kids, because back in our days emos were like really popular. So it's like the emo black haircut, and it's like, I wish people loved me. And then like you're her only friend, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta keep. Like, now it's your obligation to keep her alive. You're like, ah, shit. Hey, how's it going? She's like, I'm just sad. You're like, oh, that sucks. You want to talk about it? And 14 paragraphs later, you're like, I regret this. I don't want you to die, but I kind of want to go to bed. I got school.
See, you always keep it into the messages, like, so you can come back the next day, make yourself some ramen, and just read through it as you're eating.
I have one person who was really, really depressed. I don't know if she was really depressed or if she was just doing it for attention, but every time I come on, like, it's basically, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, my life sucks. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, what happened? Like, my parents don't even think I exist, or like, my parents hated me. Her parents basically just hated her. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think this is for attention, because I've heard that exact same story several times.
You're like, my parents hate me. I'm like, yeah, my parents kind of hate me too. I mean, that one time I came home late, like, they really weren't happy. Or like, when you're younger, your parents, you feel that your parents don't like you. You either feel like your parents love you a lot, or you feel like your parents don't. Like, there's no in between.
My parents feel different about me.
My parents see me. They say hello. Like, hey, what's up, kid? Do anything cool? No? Alright, let me read the newspaper. But, you know this person well, where they're just like, oh my god, I'm so sad. You're my only person I care about. You don't even care about me. You're like, hey, don't put words in my mouth. I care about you. But on the inside, I'm like, I care. But then I don't. Like, not to be rude. I like that you're alive. It's cool, but I don't like that I'm keeping you alive. That isn't cool. I like that you're my friend on Gaia, and that gives me friend points. But I don't like that I'm on your profile, signifying that I'm your only friend.
Or like when you like disappear for like a month and like suddenly you just remember them, like you haven't thought about them for like a whole month, haven't been on Gaia, and you're like, oh crap, I was in the middle of messaging them. Oh man. I hope they're still alive.
You see like their profile's been deleted, you're like, oh no. And you look at the newspaper, it's like, young lady died because her friend didn't talk to her for a month. You're like, oh, please don't be from Guy. Please don't be from Guy. You're like, oh no. Please don't say Pokemon X-Kitty 3. Pokemon X-Kitty 3. You're gonna find me and arrest me and beat me up. And then like I get those people, which the internet's a weird place. Like, I know we haven't talked about real life interactions, but with the internet, like, if someone comes up to you, like, let's just say real life, someone comes up to you and you're talking to their girlfriend, like, they'll come up, at least they're a douchebag, they'll come up and be like, hey, what's up, how's it going? And then you guys will all talk, or you won't all talk, depending on how the conversation goes. Well, on the internet, if you're talking to someone's girlfriend, like, hey, how's it going? A lot of times back in the Gaia ages, they'd be like, hey, don't talk to her, she's mine. And I'm like, alright.
Oh, I've had that. I've had that before. Like you go into towns and like they look like they're by themselves or whatever, and like you're talking to your friend, and then like suddenly this dude pops out of nowhere and he's like, "Hey, don't talk to her." And I'm like, I'm here with my friend. I'm having a conversation. We've had this conversation through the three different areas.
I don't even know you or your friend. She was sitting alone. Where were you? He's like, oh, so you call me a bad boyfriend, are you? I'm like, no. I'm just saying, hi, my name's Hokuharu, like Hokuharu Kitty Ninja X, whatever. And they're like, don't talk to her, I'll beat you up. I'm like, I don't want to get beat up. My whole life is that. My whole life is just legitimately people threatening to beat me up on the internet or threatening to do something rude to me in real life. And I'm like, I don't want that. But I don't think you will do it. But I don't want that. Like, I don't know if you...
Like, I once even had this chick, like, get mad because, alright, so it was like,
yeah,
I was with a friend, right, and there's this dude, and so this chick, she pops in, right, me and my friend are talking to this dude, and the chick pops in, and, you know, she's like, what are you guys doing? You stay away from my man, this is my man. And so me being like the talkative one, like of the two of us, I'm like, you know, what the heck, we're just having a conversation, and she just goes off on me. She just completely goes off on me. You know, they're like this huge argument about me talking to her dude.
Like, I'm not even into him. He doesn't even, if you see him, he doesn't even have the angel wings that you get for the monthly subscription. He's nothing. Holy crap. The only thing that really happened to me was like, a lot of, I used to race in Gaia, because like the rally was super fun. Oh man, I love the rally.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I can't say that it was fun. I honestly can't tell you those words, but I've spent hundreds of hours in the rally and tons of coins to upgrade my car.
It wasn't fun, it was a lifestyle.
Yeah.
The fun thing was just because I was good at the rally. So like I'd be sitting on my car and like people would walk up to you and be like, "Hey, get out of my spot!" And like we could race from the spot. They're like, "Yeah!"
Oh my gosh, get out of my spot!
Right.
There's one right next to me. No, you're in my spot. I was parked
Right?
there. I went on a race. What?
That's exactly what happened. And like everyone was just trying to scions with like the black horns on them, like the underglow that was black. At least I did. Have black underglow, black horns, black thing, and I just sat on it. I was just waiting.
I don't even remember what mine looked like. I think I had the little buggy looking one, the rounded one. No. I drove the truck. I drove the truck. It was blacked out, had horns. I don't think I had it.
Underglow made it.
If I did, I think it was blue or something because I had full plasma gear at the time.
I like how we can remember what it is. Like, I remember that it was Scion. I remember like
that's horrible.
Think about it, like, a lot of Scions now. And, like, it's probably from guys. The reason I like Scions is like every race I do, it was usually a win, and usually it was for money or for rep or for just make someone look bad. Like I'd win, I'd have a. They just get mad. Like, oh, you fucking cheated. I'm like, oh no, I didn't. And I sit back on my car. She's like, let's race again. I'm like, nope. One race per person because I'm so cool.
No, if someone challenged me to a rematch, I would always do it, and then I would beat them again. Like it wasn't a hard game or anything. Like it was super easy to win, but like I don't know. I just had this amazing win streak.
It was like, okay, if you see a cow, you just slow down or you go faster. See the cow slow down, the cow goes past you. Like, I just hit the cow, you just keep going. You're like, alright. It was not even that hard. Like, there were these little like, UFOs that show up and pick your car up and like legitimately, I just stop, go, and I'm like, I'm done. Easy.
Yeah.
But like, everyone was like so bad at that race.
Yeah. Like now that I think back, like were they all kids?
Teenagers, like they were mostly teenagers. So
yeah.
Like, you guys, maybe you guys didn't come from MMOs, but this is trivial shit. To just stop. It's the thing you learn like normally. Oh, I gotta stop something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was pretty good. I like that about Gaia. I hate it. Okay, I want everyone watching this podcast to open up Gaia and go to the art of Gaia. The art of Gaia has like 2 different categories. It has shit and it has really fucking good. Like there are no in betweens. No one is in between that. I don't care who it is. They're either, wow, this is really good, or what the hell am I looking at? Like, there are no in betweens. I shit you not. I can look through myself, go through 7 different randoms, and find only shit or only really good.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly how it was. It was like someone who like got on Gaia only to post their art and spent the rest of their free time drawing, and then everyone else was just complete crap.
You understand that, like, and people have to understand that, like, when I'm saying shit, I don't mean like, oh man, it just has bad form. I'm like, oh man, like, I'm like, no. I mean like legit, like shit. Like you look at it, you're like, what am I looking? What is this? And they're like, oh, it's really good art. It's really great. And everyone's like 10 out of 10. And you're like, no, it's not. I don't know the form. I don't know what's going on. You've drawn like this for like 14. It looks like you drawn like this for like a good 3 years, and no one's told you that this looks terrible. Like, and it's not terrible. And everyone's gonna talk about, oh well, freedom of art and freedom of that. But no. There's a point where things look bad, and you gotta correct it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna go to like a.
Like this isn't your art style. Like this is just crap. What you have in the art style you were going for are 2 completely different things.
This is what you want. This is what you have. Like, you need to get to where you want. Like, practice. Maybe not posting as much art and just practice on doing the art. Like, this is, like, it would be bad if you have the anime pointy face thing. Like, everyone knows the anime pointy face, where, like, it's just basically a V. Like, his face is a fucking V, his eyes are, like, half of his face, his mouth is, like, fucking there, and he's just spiky everywhere. And you're like, what is this? And you're like, oh, it's my anime character. I'm like, no, this is shit. And I'm like, and the reason this is shit is because this is the same, this is what you draw when you were a child, when you didn't know how faces were. Like, you don't recognize faces. And I understand. I've drawn like that before, and I've gotten better to not draw. Yeah,
we all start off somewhere.
At least, or we start off with cartoons. But when you come to anime, you hit the points where you see like something that has like a V-shaped face, and unless it's something ironic, it is terrible to me. Like, it's funny ironic. I like seeing the ironic pictures where like they have the V-shaped heads and they're like, oh my god, I'm so cool at drawing, and like the rest of his art's really good, and then you see that and like that's funny. But this one would be like her character with like Naruto, and Naruto has a V-shaped head. And I'm like, Naruto doesn't have that V. Just take a picture of Naruto, and I don't care if you have to do this. Take a picture of Naruto, get some tracing paper, trace his head, put it to where your head looks like, and just kind of do a variance between the two. Like, oh, okay, his head isn't like a V. His head has more structure to it. Look, if you have to trace something to learn how to draw it, do it. Just fucking do it. Like, it gives you more skill to understand how something works and how they designed it. And it basically, there's nothing wrong with tracing, just as long as you're not saying that you drew the art, which also happens at Gaia. Like, a lot. I've seen some pictures where people drew, like, fuck.
Yeah, some of the people who are really good at trace something. Like 2 weeks later, you come across the picture and you're like, didn't I see this?
You're playing CSI with the picture, like, doing like calculations of the high and low colors. Like, wait a minute, this was strange. And like he's sitting in his house eating cereal. You walk in, you're like, hey, how's it going? How's that cereal? Oh, hey, who are you? You're like, don't worry about it. You see this picture right here? He's like, yeah, I drew that. You're like, oh, you did? You pull out another picture. Like, you did, bitch. I'm calling the police. I'm having you banned. No longer will.
But I was always really harsh on the rating system. Like, there would be people who, you know, they would give them, you know, 8s and 10, or I don't remember how the rating system went, but like, you know, everything was good. Oh yeah, it was stars, like 1 to 5 stars, wasn't it? Yeah, 1 to 5 stars, and they'd be getting like 4 and 5 stars, and like I'd be like, this one's a 3 at best. I'm feeling generous today. This one's a 2. This one's pretty good. I'll give it a 4. Like if you got a 5, like you were just phenomenal. It was like that was production grade stuff.
These people I gave 5s to was legitimate. And like, you have your own style, and your style looks really appealing to the eyes. Your colors are perfect. You shouldn't be on this website. I should give you a 1, so you leave this website and go to some other website. Don't go to DeviantArt. Which now
you need to get off this website and go on some websites looking for a job. It doesn't matter that you're only in the 8th grade. You need to find yourself a job in the studio.
Stop messing around making your car different colors. You don't need it a different color.
But child labor laws, I don't give a crap about child labor laws.
They'll hire you immediately. This is what you want. Call the art police again. Take her to college. They take her straight to college. Just go through like the college dorms and stuff. Everyone's like smoking and drinking. She's like sitting there. And they're trying to still do a multiplication table. Like, this is terrible. Why did I take a career in art? Dude, you want to hit this joint? No! I want to draw. Dude, this joint is a canvas to your mind. And then she just looks at him like, what?
Oh, if
right?
only that were an exaggeration. Oh, man. Do you know how many times, get it in real life, how many times I've been offered weed, like, as a stimulus for my art? Like, as soon as like people find out like I'm a 3D artist, they're like, "Oh man, you should come smoke with us, man. It's gonna open up your mind, you know. You're gonna be coming out with crazy stuff."
You're like, I don't want to come out with crazy stuff, and you get like, you come down from the high, you look and see a whole bunch of scorpions with spiders, and you're like, why did I do this? What the fuck is this? Just throw up.
Trust me, man, your art's gonna improve so much if you just take a hit,
And that's
man.
bullshit. Like, I call total bullshit on anyone. If people are like, oh yeah, he's drunk, and I hate seeing it, like, those things are like, our drugs are actually really good for you, for artists. Like, or like, as if you acid, you become more creative. I'm like, yeah, you become more creative.
Out of all of my friends, I have never seen a single art piece come from them when they're high.
Whining and like, oh man, I'm out of weed.
That's
Hey,
me.
food. I'm like, get out of here. Fuck. Get out of my house. I don't mind you smoking weed. I don't mind you doing whatever you want to do with weed. But once you come in and try to offer me weed to make my art better, you can leave. I don't need your weed. I will struggle. I'll need your acid, have a terrible acid trip where like my couch turns to a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, tries to eat my whole face, and then I end up getting born again, but then I'm born as a zebra, and then some guy hunts me for the rest of my life, and I wake up, and like I sweat 3 hours later, like, oh my god, I was a fucking zebra. I could have did it. I could have killed that guy, but I didn't. He killed me because that's the circle of life. I'm gonna go draw something now. No, I'm just gonna draw that right now because I can just come with that without doing drugs. That was the fuck. Man, whatever. Makes me so bad. And like a lot of my friends who do art do weed, which I'm like not even against. I'm just more like, I'm like, how do you guys afford weed and art? Like, art supplies are expensive, weed is expensive. How do you do it both?
Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, if I buy 3 Copic markers for my girlfriend, then maybe I can afford 1 for myself. But do I really need it? Maybe rose art markers will do. Yeah, if I use rose art and mix it with Crayolas, I think I can get away with it. But I can't afford a whole pack. They're just like, and they just buy like the 50 pack of Copics along with like, you know, like five
Right?
blunt worths of
Like, oh.
weed. Where do you work, dude?
How do
Where
you
do you
afford
work?
this? Tell me your secrets. What happened to being a starving artist? How can you smoke weed and still be a starving artist with really nice Copic markers? I don't even have Copic markers. I have to go to my digital computer and download Copic markers to draw with Copic markers.
You wouldn't download a car, would you? Why
Damn
would you
sure I download a car. I don't know who the fuck I am. I download a car immediately. Everybody, could you download a car? I'm like, yeah, I would. Like, I would print myself out a car if I had a digital printer big enough. I would digitally design a car, print it out, like, nope. I'll see like a RX-8. I'm like, well, I want that car. Download. 6 hours? Alright, I'll be back in 6 hours. Like, you wouldn't, like, I hate that. That stuff didn't affect me at all as a child. Like, legitimately, I was like, the common sense is that it's not, like, look, I don't care how holy or how good you are. If you could download a car, and you have to download a car to get somewhere, I'm downloading a car. I'm not gonna buy a car. Oh my god, I hate that commercial. It was on every video you watch when you're young. It's like the guy running real quickly, like the sketchy coloring, fucking black and white. You wouldn't download, or you wouldn't I forgot what it was, but I think it was like you wouldn't download some stupid other crap. I know it said something else before car. You wouldn't download car, you wouldn't download something else. Why would you download these movies? And I'm like, I don't even know how to download movies, but when I figure it out,
and then they got sued for using like footage or a song or something like they pirated.
Oh, the irony. Oh my god. Like, I think we're on art, which is going to lead into DeviantArt. Which DeviantArt is the weirdest place to ever go on ever. DeviantArt is the first place where I was like, yeah, I probably am a furry. But like, DeviantArt has the thing where it's like, you're either a furry who's like, yeah, I know, it's cool, or you're like a full-blown furry, like, I like this, like, I like drawing this, yipping things, and I'm gonna do yipping RPs. And I'm like, I don't wanna do yipping RPs. I just wanna be like, can I just be a wolf and not bang another wolf? A very colorful blue with yellow striped wolf. Can't we just be friends?
No, you can't. Where's your fursuit? Where's your fursuit? Where's your persona?
Personas are so funny. Like, people's personas are so crazy. And like, I mean, OCs are crazy. But personas, they have so vivid coloring. And I'm like, you guys are really good at coloring. And you wasted on drawing this persona having sex with this other persona. You wasted. You're smart.
And that's the trippy thing, like, alright, so like a lot of the artists who do that kind of stuff, like, they're really, really good, and they just waste it on, like, all furry art, right? Has the same exact, it looks exactly the same, no matter what artist it's from. It looks exactly the same. The only difference is, like, how vivid the colors are and how the blending is, right? And it's like, alright, you can do this style consistently. You've drawn this same character in a whole bunch of different poses. Right. Your coloring is on point. Why not make some superheroes and join a comic book company?
Off of what you do, because some people just do like, oh no, I just do it for the hobby. I'm like, no, you don't. I know you don't. I've been in like the underground game. You don't do things for hobbies anymore. Once you hit a certain age, when you start drawing, like I need money, and you just you draw it for like, God. Like I remember, I think it was like back in 2000. I can't fully remember. Back in like I was drawing, and I was a really good artist. Not really good artist. I say just good at art, not good artist. Because it was a weird subject. Either way. Good at drawing people. I could draw people pretty well. And legitimately, I'm like, why am I doing this for free? I should start doing commissions. I saw everyone else was doing commissions. And back then I was like, oh man, but I'm not good at commissions. And I was like, I'm not good at drawing. Out the window today.
You know, coming from an art page, by the way, go follow the Black Bob Ross on YouTube. Shameless plug. But
nice.
Coming from an artist, like, that is complete bullcrap. Like, if you have someone who likes your art, then you need to put your art out there. Like, even if it's actually bad, like, if you have fans, your art needs to go out there. I've seen some, phenomenal artists, just, great colors. They have, use Copic marker and Prismacolors and what is it? Color Castle or something like that. Whatever it is. Like, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm not very good. I don't want to do commissions yet because I'm not a good artist. And I'm sitting here like struggling with my art to sell it. Like, I'm sitting here trying to make stuff as realistic as I can, put it in packs and put it up for sale. And I'm like, I'm here busting my butt. And you put this crap out in 2 hours. You spent 2 hours on this piece, and it's gotten 100 likes on Instagram in 14 minutes. Do not tell me you're a bad artist.
I'm terrible. I'm like, no. See, look, you can be bad at art, but people like your art, and legitimately when people like the things that you do, you're not really that bad at it. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, if people are like, if you have enough people that honestly like your work, then you're not good. And I'm not just talking like your friends, you know, your 6 friends like your stuff. Like, they're your friends, they're obligated to like your stuff. I mean, if you can find 15 strangers who like your stuff right? Is decent enough to put out.
Like, legitimately, if someone's like, hey, your art's pretty good, and like, when someone else, random person, comes up to you and says, your art is pretty good, not knowing anything about you, like, take that, not with a grain of salt, but like, hell yeah, alright, I'm getting somewhere. That's the way I would take that, but that's the way I take that. I'm like, when someone's like, hey, your art's good, and like a random person tells me that, I'm like, okay, I have at least someone who appreciates or understands or likes my art. This is the best way to put it. If someone likes my art, I'm definitely doing something right towards what that person sees. So either I can continue going to that way, and I could. And the thing about it is, if one person likes your art, and this is something that I learned a while back. If one person likes your art, chances are his friends will like your art because your friends are kind of like you. So you hang out with friends that are like you, or friends that really have the same interests or common ground as you do. So if that person likes your art, chances are at least 1 or 2 of his friends might like your art. Chances are friends of his friends like your art, and friends of her or his or he, she, they'll like your art. So the thing about it is, when you do art, and I'm a different type of artist than Solid is. I've done different types of art. Like I like cutesy things, but then from cutesy things I go to my fucking smut. But either way, I'll talk about that later. But either way, when someone comes to you and like, hey, I really like your art, and if you keep posting art in the same way that you do it, and you gotta improve, like legitimately, you gotta at least do something different you didn't do with your art to slowly understand what you want to do as a style. But as long as you keep on doing that, good.
Yeah, one thing I did, how I got better, like back when I was drawing, I had, this dude was my idol, is this comic book artist who worked at this comic shop. He was a good friend of mine, but he was a really good drawer. I would have him just rip my stuff to shreds, take a look at it, and point out everything that's wrong with it. He would draw all over it, and he would just... I always told him, here's my drawing, do your best to make me cry. And he would point out every single thing wrong with it, give it back to me. And my next work, I took his advice, on what he's, told me, and then I improved. Because I've never gotten better from someone telling me I'm a good artist.
Sure.
I've never gotten better.
That is a good statement. Because I do know that it's a such thing to where, like, it's more of constructive criticism. Because there is a negative thing that does, negative does affect you a lot more than positive reinforcement. Because negative reinforcement you remember more. It's kind of like if you touch your hand on the stove and it burns you. It's something like that. Like, yeah, you're not going to touch the stove again because it fucking burns you. But, like, the way that I'm
what should be that one can do it in the comments? Oh yeah, well I touched the stove 3 times.
I wake up and I've never learned. And like, okay, you have short-term memory loss, but and he comments again. I touched the stove and I never learned. And like, you just commented. Your comments can't have short-term memory loss. Like, your comments are there. You sir, an idiot. But like, because I understand that a lot, because back when now I'm going to the smut. Back when I drew smut, I was like, I need to start drawing smut because like people like smut, so I can do that. And I drew it, and I went to.
I'm this close to doing that, man. I'm this close to doing it. You can't see, but I will find a picture to show you how close I am.
It is
because there are other 3D artists making like $1,000 a month, I'm making nothing.
Fucking horse and a zone punch and all the fucker. Zone is making so much. Zone is swimming in cash right now, and fucking. I could just name off like all the like the higher ups in the like the porn drawing industry. They're making crap tons of cash, and the thing about it was so funny. The thing about it was I went to a porn artist who like was really good at his craft, and I was like, "Hey, does this look good?" He looked at it, looked at me, and he's like, "This isn't sexy in the least bit." And like, I was like, "All right, so how can I get this like make it more appealing?" And he really, really like showed me what it was for something to be extremely attractive or sexually attractive to things, and I'm like, wow. So you can't, like, when you draw stuff like that, you can't think of, what, like, the main thing is that you can't think of, what do people want to, like, what do I want to see? It's more of what people want to see or what people's fetishes are, and you gotta understand the color of it. Like, the color quality is as important as the actual figure itself, because the color of things really dictates it. You can have a great picture with, like, you can have great colors, but one of the things, or one of the, let's just say the atomic, or I always say this word wrong, anatomy. The anatomy is a little bit slightly off, it will become, it's basically like saying this: you're drawing someone into a fantasy. It's their fantasy that they really like seeing, something that they basically love seeing. But when something pulls them out of that fantasy, it immediately becomes sexy. Immediately. So, yeah, so like basically, if your leg foreshortening doesn't look right, but everything else looks good, like, oh man, look at those boobs look great, and like, oh, that dick looks great, shit like that. But if your foreshortening's wrong, that's the only thing they will focus on. And that's exactly what he showed me. He's like, look, that is what you gotta really improve on. And since then, I'm like, I understand. I usually don't, for my little cutesy stuff, I don't worry too much about it. But when I go into smut, it's the same mentality of, okay, if there's something wrong with this, can't post it. Gotta get rid of it and try again, because it has to be. And like, I'm not specifically saying like, oh, some people will not like some styles, because some people draw things so out of proportion that like you're like, oh my god. Some people are into that. Like, some people are into that really, really, really fantasy look. But then there's some people, but then the people that are paying you are not. So you gotta go towards where the money is. Art is a fun thing to talk about. Art in relations towards, I learned a lot from, honestly, you say this like the first person to ever say this, I learned a lot from smut. Like, once you start drawing it, you gotta come up with creative ways to draw it. And it never gets old. Like, honestly, I can draw the same picture multiple times, and it'll still. And the thing about it is, people, right?
I bet you can.
It's funny. It's funny because, like the thing about it is, when you draw it, and people might think like, and this happens. I know a lot of girl artists who draw smut, and like people are like, oh, are you turned on about it? I'm like, not the slightest. The smut that I draw does not actually turn me on. I'm like, legitimately, I laugh at it. It's funny to me at some points. It's like, that's not how that's supposed to work, but hey, fuck it, that's how it's gonna look. That shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
People who draw like big smut art, like they always just seem like so dissatisfied. Like sometimes I'll watch them on Picasso and just be like, yeah, I think this looks wrong. I'm gonna remodel it. I'm gonna open up ZBrush and resculpt this. Oh, you have a question? What's your question? Go ahead. Oh, you really like it? It's turning you on? Oh, that's good. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Make sure you put
Thanks
a
for
tip in
joining
the tip
me
jar,
today.
'cause I don't do this for free. That's how you feel after you're done drawing it. And you're like, oh my god, it's so hot. You're like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Probably. That's how it feels. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, with other art, when you're finished, like, oh my god, I'm finished. But it looks, you're like, it looks alright. It looks pretty good. When you're done with porn, you're like, oh man, I need to take a shower. This is weird. You just like go take a shower, just kind of sit in the shower for a little bit, come back, and you're like, alright, let me finish coloring this. Let me put some more jizz on her face. Alright. Okay, this is done. Yeah, this is it. This is how it works. And like legitimately, I've drawn, this is me personally talking, I've drawn straight gay, Buddha, and all the other mixture of things. And like, every time I've drawn it, people are like, oh my god, this is so great, oh man, I like it, oh man, you draw more like this. I'm like, I don't know if I can. Like, as long as, like, I draw for money, it's cool, it's fine. She's like, oh my god, that girl guy, I've drawn, like, this female thing. She's like, oh, that girl guy looks super hot. And I'm like, really? I don't really think so. I'm like, she's alright, I guess. She's like a person, naked, squatting down, backwards, into a pool of jello. Just like, stuff like that. I feel like we went like so off subject to like from interactions to art. Alright. Yeah.
Actually, I just so happened to come up with the perfect thing to get us back on track. In a second.
Oh,
there you
great.
go.
All
I
right,
sent you
let's see
that.
this link, which I can see, you guys can't see, but I'll describe it in great detail. Oh dear God! Oh, what am I looking at? Oh, fuck! Oh, jeez! Oh God! It's so terrible. I don't know how to describe it. Is that a Sonic OC? Who's that? Star the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
That had to
think
come
it's
from
a Sonic
DeviantArt. Jesus! Oh God! Windows XP. That's not something stupid. I hate that. I love Windows XP. I remember Photobucket. Oh, Photobucket was so terrible. It was Second Life. Oh god. What is that picture? Zwinkies? Oh my god, I remember Zwinkies. Those were so stupid. Like, you would take a stupid picture of your stupid, what you thought you... Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
This is so bad. This is so bad. You've got to put this picture up so everyone can see
it. Put it up like halfway through, and you guys can see how terrible all this looks. Like, I like how Hot Topic's there. Like, it's just there. It's like we never left. I'm surprised cookies aren't on this.
And Boxy.
Oh, Boxy. Oh man. I don't know what happened to you. She does?
She still has a YouTube channel. Like, it's not. She's apparently Boxy was like a character, and like she's nothing like this. Like the scene kid. Like she's like kind of prissy.
Jeez.
You know.
I think we should probably like get her on the like get her on one of our streams and talk about how her life is. Like, that sounds pretty great. Oh, Rar. Oh, I just seen that. That made my stomach hurt. Oh, God. God, this is gross. Why did you dig up this fossil? Salad fingers.
This was on my Facebook. Like, someone posted this
Fred's
today.
gone. Not to be rude, but I'm really glad Fred's gone. Out of all these things that are here, Fred was...
Yeah. I can't believe he got his own show for a while. Him and the annoying orange.
Like, I don't know anyone who thought that was funny. I'm like, annoying orange is so stupid, and people will come with, oh, it's so funny. It's like annoying funny. I'm like, what the fuck is annoying funny? There's nothing that's annoying me and it's also funny. Right?
It's one or the other.
It's either annoying as
one
fuck
or the other.
Funny. Like, I didn't say funny as fuck. I said funny. Like, I hated it. And like, oh, God. And the only thing that's not on this thing, 2007 starter pack, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense, is Tumblr. Because I don't know when Tumblr started, but I don't like Tumblr.
Tumblr started way later.
I have a Tumblr. I don't like Tumblr. I don't think anyone likes Tumblr. But Tumblr just makes you feel bad. And this goes to straight towards like interactions on the internet. Like, I go through, there's a cat picture, like, oh, look at the adorable cat. I go through the next picture, some girl getting raped, and everyone's talking about how men are terrible. And I'm like, oh. and they use a hypothetical.
That's why I only follow art blogs.
I tried doing
like,
that.
only art blogs.
Art blogs I follow post things like that, and like, you are deleted immediately. Like, I'm fine with things coming to age where people are like, hey, we need to do something about it. But like, there's a time and point. But the way that I see it is, for Tumblr, they're like I don't even know what to call it. They're like almost Nazi-wise, where it's like this.
Tumblr has two things. It has social justice warriors.
Yeah.
And it has porn.
Pretty much.
That's it. That's all of Tumblr in a nutshell. Like, I needed reference for modeling, right? So I needed a character in A pose, right? Either A pose or T pose. Tell me why I put that in Tumblr, and then all that comes up is sex poses. That's all that comes up. Like, this stuff is porn. It's not, naked people posing for art. None of it's tasteful or anything. It's porn.
I haven't heard that word in so long. Tasteful. Like the way of art form. It's very tasteful. It leaves a good taste in my mouth. Look at the way she's sitting. Delicious. Usually when I see something, and this is normally in my how I make money, normally in my commissions from smut and stuff, I have to look for gritty. I look for things when I look for it's the complete opposite of what you look for. I'm like, alright, I need to find something. I'm like, oh my god, alright, well, let's draw this reference and use that. And what I get is, when I pipe in that from Tumblr, I get, this girl's abused and men are terrible. And I'm like, I need to draw her, so I don't want to be rude, but I need to draw her. This isn't, I'm not drawing this for my own pleasure. I want to draw it. This is how I get better. And they're like, oh my god, you're a terrible man. I'm like, I hate this. I hate Tumblr. I hate IMVU. I hate MySpace. I hate DeviantArt. I hate Gaia. I don't go into hot topics, but I guess I hate it. I have an extreme hatred for Zwinkies. Oh my god, I hate the name Zwinkies. Who invented that name Zwinkies? I want to punch.
There was, and I can't remember the other one. There were two of them. There was Zwinky, and then they had their competitor. And I can't. I cannot remember the competitor for the life of them. But Gaia, that was another thing I made because Gaia was giving out coins. And I can't remember what it was called.
This is a super old thing. It's not really super old, but I remember it pretty detailed. But do you remember when everyone was talking about how Anon would shut down the internet? I don't know if you remember this. When everyone was like, oh my god, Anon's going to shut down the internet. And I forgot what day it was. And when I was younger, I was really scared.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't want them to shut down the internet. No. And then they were like the day came that they're supposed to shut down, and the internet was running fine, and I was like, wait. And that's when my life changed, and I grew a beard, and I'm like, Anon's just a figureheads? Oh, no, I grew to an adult. I skipped the whole young phase and just grew straight to an adult.
I remember that, because I got home and completely forgot about it. Because, everyone's freaking out. And, this is, I found out, the day before that this was supposed to happen. Because I don't know, I guess I was just out of the loop. But, everyone's freaking out. Oh, no, they're going to shut down the internet. And, so I go home that day, and, I'm playing games and stuff, and, someone's like, yeah, they're supposed to shut down the internet today. And I was like, oh, yeah, that is today. It's 5 o'clock. It's what 8 o'clock in New York? Are they giving us the full day? They giving us
Are
time?
they a little late?
We got
I
time?
don't
All
know.
right.
like everyone was so afraid of Anon back then. You know, like now Anon is so garbage. Like I don't mean to say everyone Anon is garbage. I say a lot of them garbage and trash. But like what I mean is like they're just not to par like they used to be. Back in the old days, Anon could find your website, go to your thing, and like fuck you up. Nowadays, Anon leaves you a message on like freaking Twitter or Tumblr saying like kill yourself. And you're like, I don't get that every day.
So, some overweight dude like wearing an anonymous mask, has a black background in the back, reading from a paper.
Like,
but it's not even him reading.
Right.
Like it's a voice recording.
I hate the internet.
You have 24 hours to comply with us.
Right,
24 hours
happens,
later,
everything's
nothing
fine,
happens.
no one gets hurt. Fucking nice. I remember they used to tell people like, "Oh, we'll take all the porn you ever did and like send it to like someone or send it to all your friends and family." And like legitimately, someone will say that to me now. I'm like, "Do it. See all the art that I've done. They might like it too." hey, could you send it to some of my friends? I lost the.
For real? Be like, for real? You're gonna send
Right?
it? Please
Like, I
do.
forgot some of the-
Please do. I need some money.
Right.
I need some money.
Everyone. I
Please
need
send it to
make money, they'll
everybody.
see it, they might like it. Give them my phone number. Give them my email address. Like, honestly, take the things that, right? Like,
Just straight up
look,
doss
I'll
me.
give you this stuff
Just
so you
doss
can
me.
send it out. You're gonna give me good publicity. Like, go. I guess how I feel. I'm like, it's dumb. And people are like, when children, and I understand how children feel now. Like, oh my god, if I got some with porn, I just die. And I'm like, you'll get over it. When you get like 18 years old, 19, you hit the point where you're like, I don't give a shit. You're like, this is my computer. I can do what I want. That's just the way, like, honestly, like, I like seeing that children nowadays are getting more into the internet, but I don't like seeing children nowadays are getting more into, like, the memes of the internet. Like, memes aren't okay. I hate memes. I hate all of them. I'm kidding. I like some memes. Memes are funny, but, like, some memes aren't funny. Like, you understand that. They're just not funny, and they get posted.
Oh shit, it's that boy.
I don't even understand
Here come
that
that
meme.
boy.
Everyone I talk to, like, do you understand it? Like, no. I'm like, am I just too old? Did I get old and loop now?
It wasn't meant to be funny. Like it's supposed to be satirizing like memes, like 420 Blaze It kind of thing. It was a meme to satire memes, and it got a hold of mainstream media, and the news got a hold of it, and it became a thing for like 2 weeks and then died.
I hate when the news gets a hold of anything. They make it so uncool. It's like when it's like I've never like when my parents do stuff. It's never uncool when they do it, but when the media does it, I'm like, oh, you guys are so uncool. Like, stop. Oh, jeez. They're like, oh, look at the cat.
Did you see the one where they were talking about Pokemon Go and they bought like some $45 models of Pokemon that were really badly done, and the Bulbasaur, the way it was rigged and animated, he was like bent over backwards and distorted, and then he snaps into place. And it's horrifying. And they showed this on live television. Someone composited this onto live
Some guy's
television.
like, I'm just doing this for the fun of it. He's just like, I know it looks terrible. Let's show the internet how we don't play with the fucking news. Like, the news makes everything seem like it's like you just said, like the Pokemon thing. Like, oh, Pokemon Go is really cool. I'm like, you've never, like, once. Fox News, you've never once talked about Pokemon. I've never once heard you guys say anything about Pokemon. All I hear from you guys is how Republicans should do this, how we should bomb this, or how people are dying. I've never once heard Pokemon Go. It's cool, or hey guys, I caught a squirrel today. Now on to the weather. Like, that never happened. Never. Never. And then suddenly it's like, hey, we gotta get these new ratings up, so let's talk about something stupid. Pokemon Go. I'm like, I hate you guys. I hate you. And like, God, I just hate I hate the news. Like, and I feel like I'm like a conspiracy guy because like I hate the news. And everyone's like, oh, if you hate the news, you're like some kind of conspiracy, or you're just like, yeah, like, I think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And like this might come from being and like I can't even call myself an introvert anymore because the internet really wants to push it towards like being an introvert's like you never want to talk to anyone, you want to stay inside, and then you're just like fall in bed all the time. Like that, no, that's not what I do as an introvert. As an introvert, it's not that I don't want to talk to people. And this is just specifically me as an introvert. As an introvert, maybe it's more antisocial, but like when I talk to new people, I'm like, I can be I can be myself when I talk to new people because, like, they're new. Either they're not going to be in my life or they're going to stay in my life. If they stay in my life, luckily they'll know how I am already, so I won't have to change anything. But for my friends, I'm like, God, I don't want you guys to not be my friends because I think you guys are cool. Like, gosh.
Dang, I should have just been myself from the beginning. Why'd I have to comb my hair that day?
Like, back in high school, they're like, oh man, you still the guy saved from high school? I'm like, no, I'm not. If we're not friends anymore, I'm like, damn it. You still like jumping out of cars? No, I don't like jumping out of cars. I only did that like twice in my high school years. Oh, you still like talking bad about people? Not really. No. Well, how about that gay person over there? Yeah, he's gay. I don't care. It's fine for him. Oh, do you hate him? No, he's fine. He lives his life. You used to be cool, man. You used to be cool. Like, no, man, I'm still cool. I'm just not. You're cool. Why did I come outside and then go back home? Yeah, the same thing for the internet nowadays. Cause like I can't even say anything like actually. Like, it's hard. It's like stepping on eggshells on the internet now. Because if I say something like a silly joke, people might get offended. Like, oh my god, did you realize that this joke that you said happens to old people all the time? Like, I'm like, haha, AIDS joke. And everyone's like, oh my god, my parents have AIDS. I'm like, what? I'm sorry to hear that. And I gotta say sorry to like 400 people because I made one AIDS joke. And I'm like, I don't even think AIDS...
No, I don't even worry about it. Like, if I make a comment, like, you don't like it, that sucks for you. Like, there's a report button at the bottom. It won't do you any good. Have fun. Good luck.
The report button code does nothing. It just sends you straight to Facebook, back to its homepage. That's the report code button. It's clicked. Go back to Facebook page. Like, oh my god, like, I love it. Like, harassment back in the old days where like people were like, oh my god, I'm gonna ban you, report you, and like the admins for those pages would see it and they're like, fuck. Like, that's what I imagine. Plus, like, especially for like IMDU and like freaking Facebook and DeviantArt, they look at it like, I don't give a fuck what this guy did, and they just like delete your thing and go to something else.
Oh my gosh! I'm like 100% positive. Like most report buttons don't do anything, especially in IMVU, because there would be like rooms full of people that would report one person. He'd come back the next day, the whole room would report him again, and he'd still be back the next day.
Like reporting them, this is essentially what it does. It reports like, alright, well you can't go into the room for like, I don't know, like 5 minutes, but, you know, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I got banned from the room, and I was able to go back in, like, the next day. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I've been banned from rooms before. But people have like legit reported me. Like, I've been reported more than once, and nothing. Like, I didn't even get a message saying I've been reported or anything.
It's like, why? Like, I'm trying to play this game because I don't like talking to people, and like, I can't go outside and go to someone's house and start talking and become friends. Because that's not how the world works anymore. I can't go to a school and be friends with someone because then that's not how the world works. So I have to be on the internet to actually talk to people, which is how the world's starting to go by. Like, people don't actually have normal conversations with each other unless they specifically have to, it seems like. And the thing about it is, like, let's just say if I'm on IMVU, I'm on IMVU, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, why are you so awkward? Like, legitimately, if you didn't want to talk to me, you could just leave this place and we could both just leave. Like, we don't have to sit here and talk to each other. I could go to a different person and make friends with them. But then instead, they're like, oh my god, stop talking to me, I'm going to report you. I'm like, you could be like a pedophile or something. I'm like, I don't. The first word that came out of my mouth wasn't, hey, I want to bang you. What is your age? It was, hi. How are you? What is up? I like your character. I didn't say, oh man, I'm going to bend you over that pole over there. I said, hi. Right?
ASL?
I hated ASL. Oh my god, you reminded me. That's the first thing that comes out of people's mouths that want to RP.
That was like my greatest fear, like going on the internet, was ASL. I dreaded that. Like someone, you go talk to someone, or like someone would just come up regularly or whatever and be like, ASL? Oh no, they're asking me my age, my sex, and my location, but I can't tell them where I'm at. Oh my gosh, but I don't want to lie to them. It seems a lie. What do I do? Do I need to put in my name? Do I put in my name? Do I leave my name out? I'm 22. I'm a male, and I live in Canada. Oh
geez,
man, that was close. Knowing dang well I'm in the 9th grade in the middle of California.
And then, like, to top it off on your profile, it says exactly where you live and stuff. So, like, to go to your profile, like, hey, it says you live here. You're like, oh, shit. It knows my location. You're like, I used to live there, but I moved when I was 16. Like, 16? Like, yeah, 16. It was bad times. So what do you want? That's RP. Like, oh no, it's RP. Oh no, there's a bed next to us. Oh no, this RP isn't gonna go well. And like, just as you said, 4 minutes into the RP, and then I throw you off on the bed and take off your clothes. You're like, then I have clothes under those clothes. Surprise! I used to like.
Or have you ever been in a completely like innocent roleplay that turned into cyber?
Yes, that is a awkward thing.
Like you're going on like some adventure, and you've spent like hours on your character coming up with the bio, and you're doing great, and like this was an innocent roleplay. Like it said it was an innocent roleplay. Like one of the rules is keep it PG-13, and you just roleplay, and then all of a sudden, like, they throw you on the bed, and you're like, wait, we're in the middle of the woods, where did this bed come from? What is going on?
I use my magic power, like, they build up their character just so they can build a bed. Like, yeah, my magic character's powers can build wood and cloth. Like, that's really cool, you can build, like towers and tents for us. She's like, yeah, tents. Yeah, tents. Like 4 hours into the RP, like I'm saying 4 hours into the RP, and you're like, yeah, this is great. And I throw you on the bed. Like, no, wait, no, what? I forgot you had that power. I also have the power to bind people. Oh no, I should have. Oh crap! And like, cause you're already RP, and like, I know you're like me. When you're already RP, and you're like, I can't just say, and then I use my powers to teleport out. I'm like, I gotta use a way to get out of this logically through this RP. I'm like, but I dug myself this hole because I didn't make my character really that great of a character. Her character's like Mary Sue over here who has like every power. My character has like one sword and is missing half his arm. I shouldn't have fought that orc and got hit by it. Now my character's really low in health now, and shit, my character's arm's broken, my chest is broken in, so I can't really do anything like backflips or anything, like, I died. So I guess I gotta sit here. like legitimately. I had this one RP which reminded me, it was a long time ago, but it was an RP about, it was an RP about us being ninjas, and it was cool, because it was like this little ninja place, but in the IMVU ninja place, there was a love bed. I didn't notice it, because like, you know how like, it's a 3D world, and like, you don't necessarily pick on everything. So, like, we were RPing, we're having fun, and then like, the person moved into the place where like, there was these beds. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, we should rest up for the night for the ninja stuff, because basically we're going on to fight the rest of the Shoguns in RP. I was like, cool. Moved on to the bed. She's like, I slowly touch your leg, and I'm like, and this is where it gets weird, because we're RPing as brother and sister. So, yeah, so I'm like, and then I pat you on the head, saying, yeah, don't worry, sister, I'll protect you. And she's like, I silently start caressing your body. I'm like, and then it just got worse. It legitimately, I just logged out. I was like, I gotta go. My parents think I just logged out and just never talked to her again. Because I was like, I feel so uncomfortable with that RP. Like, I had to stop RPing for a couple of days to recover from that. Like, I felt like, honestly, and people who RP, you understand it. I felt like that happened to me, and I'm like sitting there in my bed, like, what? She was my sister. we came from the same family of ninjas. How could she do this? Did I leave her on?
You start,
right?
You start crying.
You go here, right? You look out the window. Like, did I leave her on? I'm sorry. My ninja clan will never forgive me.
I've dishonored my family.
I can never look at my sister ever again. I must join the Shoguns and kill my sister. And you just go into another RP about that. RPing is no joke, and if you guys RP, it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. RP is more dangerous than like that. Those people, those pedophiles with the cookies. RP is way more dangerous. It messes with you, like emotionally and psychologically. Like physically, you're okay, but mentally, you're like, why did this happen? Why couldn't I?
If you can get if you can get a really good group who doesn't have a character who has amnesia, who had a bad, who their parents like really didn't like them when they were young and they grew up with only hatred. What else is no, that about covers everyone's profile. Yeah.
I have a troubled childhood. My parents hated me, so I hate everyone. But now I'm scared of love because everyone hated me. I'm like, my character's a samurai who likes stealing things. Like, he didn't have a bad childhood. He just likes taking things. He's a klepto. Sit. Do this. Like, try to keep it short and sweet. He'll get a different, like, yeah, you understand. Like, character's no Mary Sue. He's not like he's not fucking fallen hero. Most of my OCs, this goes for R2. Most of my OCs, they have flaws, but their flaws aren't like, oh my god, this flaw made me super strong. Like, this flaw made him better as a person, but not really like stronger-ish. I mean, like, he's not like OP. He's a person.
Like usually all of my characters, I make them OP and put them in a state where they're like super underpowered,
right?
Like way underpowered. like I had one, it was this Monster Hunter one, and you know I decked my dude out, but when I started the roleplay, I had him start off with his armor completely broken and his sword broke, so he had to start off with the like, level 1 armor.
I love that. Like,
yeah. Or I did this fairy tale one where my dude had the power of guild arts, you know, where he touches
Right.
anything and it's destroyed. But my character couldn't control it, so like every time he'd pick up an apple, it would just explode.
That's funny, very soon. That's like funny because it's like not even very soon. It's just tragic. Like I made the character. Well, I made Pokeharo. I made Pokeharo make it to where like he can summon lightning. He, like by snapping his finger, he can summon lightning. But it was his left arm, and I had his left arm get destroyed. So now when you try summoning with his right arm, it goes directly to where he's standing. So he has to keep moving while he just. So like I was like, look, man, if you're gonna have some kind of power, you have to have some kind of flaw to it. Like, I like those type of flaws. And I someone's like, oh gosh.
But like, one I really loved was doing like city and high school ones and stuff like that, where like you had to choose, you know, some mythical creature like a vampire or werewolf or something. And, you know, people would be like, oh yeah, I'm secretly a dragon, or, you know, I'm part minotaur, or I'm a vampire or werewolf. And then I would always choose a human who sold his soul.
Nice.
Like, that was his whole mechanic. Like, he was this human who sold his soul and became like an underground fighter. Because he was going to live forever. He was going to live forever, so he needed to learn how to fight. So and then he would become like the PE teacher.
Hey guys, I'm the PE.
I played that character so many times. Like sometimes I would give him like a hellhound, like the hellhound would come like to take him because he sold his soul, and he would like just end up capturing it. And then sometimes I wouldn't even do that. Like he'd just be just a regular strong dude, not as strong as any of the students or anything. Just he sold his soul, so he can't stay with regular people.
like I remember I made one vampire character. It was a kid because I like making either kid RPs or like sometimes I make teenage RPs. Usually I make them kids. So I made a kid vampire. I made it so like he broke his fangs on something really hard that he's trying to like eat, so he can't fight anyone. So he's like really tired and malnourished a lot. So like he's not strong. He's just like, oh, I'm so hungry. You just bring blood pouches and just like drink them from a straw because you can't fight anyone. Like, I like characters like that. I like characters where it's like, oh, that's silly. Like, I like cartoon. Like, cartoon characters is the best way to put it. Just cartoon where they're just like, ah, that's silly. They're not really super strong, but they're like, they have a nice heart to them. They're nice. Or they're evil, but like, they're stupid evil. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of cartoons I used to watch where like they have that mentality where like Dexter's Laboratory, like Mandark. Mandark is like the greatest like villain I've seen in like a while when I was younger because he's evil, but he's necessarily not the strongest evil person you ever see. And just like Samurai Jack is a good one. Aku is the shape-shifting master of darkness. He is the greatest evil person ever. Oh my god. I know you've seen that picture where Aku was trying to explain to Samurai Jack where to go to fight him. That's like my favorite episode. He's like, do you want me to drive you? He's like, no, I'll find my way. He's like, you sure? He's like just being so sincere. He's like, look, I want you dead, but can you make it? Like, do you have the time to make it? He's like, is it east? He's like, west. He's like, west, yeah. And I'm like, you guys are having a conversation. He killed all of your family and stuff, and like, you guys just have a polite conversation with each other. Like, yeah, you can drive me if you want. Nah, it's cool. I'm fine. I don't need you driving me. Like, that's why I like seeing a character just that, just like that slice of humanity where they're like, look, I'm evil, but if you need something, like to help you get to the point where I can kill you. Go ahead, like how I think it was I think it was one anime I was watching. It was like the evil guy was like destroying the main character. He stopped destroying the main character. He's like, look, man, you gotta get stronger if we're gonna fight. And the main character's like, I'm gonna beat you. He's like, no, stop. He's like, I don't want to fight you anymore because you're not strong enough. And like, like the way I see it, he's not saying like, you're not strong enough, you'll never defeat me. He's like, you're not strong enough, get stronger, then we could have a fight. Maybe like you can like chop off my arm, and then I'm like, oh shit, he's actually strong and I can use my powers. I don't want to just murder you, like fucking destroy you. I want you to like put up a fight. That's like my favorite thing about villains or any RP at all. When the villains actually have like a personality, which happened a lot in the RPs I used to do in DeviantArt. Because DeviantArt, it may be trash, but the RPs on DeviantArt are pretty good. To my knowledge, anyway. But like, it's hard to find RPers now that aren't trying to find a boyfriend or trying to like bang you.
Yeah. I don't know, back in the Gaia days, like, it was super easy. Like, there was whole forums and everything, and I don't know, there needs to be a site, the new Gaia, like, as Gaia was to MySpace, we need, like, something else as to Facebook.
As Gaia's,
It's like, equally as bad, something we're going to be ashamed of in 10 years. But with forums full of role players.
Man, I remember that one website, it was terrible. I can't believe I went from that.
We're gonna be on this podcast and refer back to this podcast. You remember when I told you back in 2016 we were gonna regret going on this site?
But I do remember that whole thing about that anime. Yeah, I remember that. Remember the jobs one, because we do need jobs now. Fucking Trump Jr.'s here. And he hates everyone. He's actually a lizard. That's like my favorite thing. I think I said this before at the beginning. My favorite thing is like, everyone thinks that higher up politics are lizards. That's like the greatest thing in the world. Like, I love the idea of like a lizard ripping on his face. Like, I was a lizard all alone. I was a politics. Actually, like, I'm a human lizard. And I'm like, what is him being a lizard? Why is that bad for like human society?
You know what? I just thought, like, that's reverse furryism. Like, if they're aliens, they're like reverse furries. Like, they got banished from their planet. Like, oh, you like to dress up like humans? That's disgusting. He's like, fine, we're gonna leave this planet. We're gonna go to a place that appreciates us.
Different planet, like Earth. They're dumb.
Hillary Clinton is roleplaying as someone someone ready for president.
The whole time she's roleplaying. Donald Trump roleplaying. He's like this billionaire. He's like losing his money, but he's like, yeah, no, I'm just roleplaying as this guy. I'm actually just a lizard. I'm gonna go back to my job. That would be the greatest thing in the world. They rip on the face. Like, that's the first thing I'd say. This guy's podcast was right. Solid was right. Everyone was just roleplaying. Oh god, there's gonna be the world. There's a world gonna be like Jesus was role playing as like a regular human, and God was role playing stuff. Yeah, I'll just role playing as a human. Oh, actually, God. And he just like floats into the air and just causes the reckoning. Oh god.
Oh, that would suck so much. Like our whole entire life is nothing but a roleplay, and we're nothing but NPCs.
I'd be so mad. Like, are you kidding me? Everyone was role playing, and I was role playing the ultimate role play because I thought I was this person actually. God, this sucks. This role play is terrible. Like you wake up, like legitimately you were role playing yourself as younger. So when you die, you wake up at a certain age. You're like, wow, I was role playing me as me being young, but now I'm like 40. I would like. I think my brain would just melt. I'm like 90 years old and I die in a deathbed and I wake up like, what the heck? I was role playing that? Like you're in like one of those VR suits. You take it off. You're like, wow, that. You just like.
I would just give up. I would just give up right there. Like, if I die and I take off the VR headset,
and you're a lizard, like.
I'm just lay down. I'm just gonna lay down and I'll be like, you know, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know if this is real. I'm just be here, guys.
You think I'm human and you're a lizard? And you're like, are you kidding me? I was a lizard all along. Like this, I was a furry, but I was role playing a human. But I was role playing a furry. I was a human, but a furry, but a human furry human. Like I'd throw up. It's like I couldn't handle that. I was like, wait, I was a furry, but then I'm like, I role played as a human who's role playing as a furry. What? What is my life? Oh my god, this is so bad. But yeah, we'll probably thank you everybody for watching this cool stream. I realize that this should probably be called like RP versus like there'll be a name for it. It's probably not
the art role playing. I don't even know what to call it. We talked about so many things today.
We're gonna, what do you call that? We're gonna clickbait it and be like, are we all just are we all just role playing humans? Are we all human role playing humans? No, we're just role playing. It's Donald Trump, but he's role playing lizard. Just like that.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Cool. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Definitely check out the Black Bob Ross made by Solid. He's really good. It's pretty inspirational. If you draw, if you render, if you do anything really, go ahead and watch it. And within a couple weeks, I'll make videos about cool cartoons. And make sure you check out on both of those. And we'll be back next Sunday at 6 a.m. ish, probably. Whatever you checking out, I don't know. It's all up to you. Yeah, make sure that if you really like what we're talking about and you are not a RPing lizard, I mean, if you are an RPing lizard, go ahead and subscribe too, because that tells how the RP's going. No one knows I'm an RPing lizard, but I'm a lizard RPing as a construction man. Oh shit! You got anything else that you want to say, Paul? Or we did?
No, that's it for today.
See you guys next time.
Alright. Later.